Oh my gosh.
Shit.
I don't know if I would have had the nerve.
And that,
I know, that's why they do great work, I guess.
and the stunt guy for Luke too runs up and he just dives on that barbed wire fence. He's trying to get away from that truck so much. Yeah, that was quite an amazing stunt. I have
Nikki's
to say.
having a bad day too.
I know, Nikki's
He's looking a little rough.
That truck was flipped by a gigantic ratchet on this huge crane, the biggest I'd ever seen, and they wound it up tight, and then they just pressed a button, and it just ripped that truck right off the ground. It was just so amazing.
Yeah.
It was so cool at the end of the movie. At the beginning of the movie, we're all, we're fine, and then at the end, we just got more and more blood.
Oh, I know. It's just
And
incredible.
I went into 7-Eleven after shooting one morning to get a case of beer, and this guy was like, "What? Go ahead of me, man." I'm like, "No, it's makeup." And he's like, "Oh, that's a good job. Go ahead of me anyway, dude." The same thing at Carl's Jr. drive-thru too.
I remember this as a very special night. This scene came across so well. I had 3 actors who were so focused. It was just you guys. Most of the other kids were not on location this night.
Travis was amazing in
Oh
this scene.
yes, Travis, you are the man.
It's just one of those, every once in a while you hope for one of those moments that actually comes together, and every once in a while you just, everything.
Well, you guys certainly came
Works.
together on this one, I thought.
Hey, nobody gets to decide we die.
I like that.
No dream, nobody gets to decide that is bullshit.
And I have a really funny look, though, when he come back to me. I like,
I like
every
it
time I
because
watch it's funny.
it says, right?
I know, it's like I'm asking, yeah. Right?
All that conviction, and then you back away from it.
I know, I know. Then I'm like, wait.
Oh, the bug truck.
All that just for this. Now, this is where a moment like Victor, I had so much trouble with this scene, it didn't feel right. And then Victor pointed out, he goes, your only objective is to get them to the truck. And it just, that little bit.
So
out
the
of a
dialogue
director
felt
made it
too
work.
important until the objective became not about the dialogue at all.
Exactly, and it just made it so easy. It just made it, then it all kind of fell into place.
There were originally birds coming out of the truck
Exactly.
that we couldn't
that's
get
right.
to fly
A
up.
very expensive digital shot solved that problem. Then we cut it out anyway because it was just a jump shock too many. Plus, we wanted to get to this chase sooner, which
It's not birds.
Yeah. This is a cool little when he starts the truck up.
Yeah, didn't you do
Yeah.
this
Such
on
a happy accident.
Travis, this is an accident, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
this was a
this was an
complete
accident.
accident. I went to
it's so
throw it in
perfect,
reverse, and
though.
it slipped into drive.
So
You can almost see it.
I can tell you a director dreams of a moment like that happening.
You can see it on your face. You just as an actor you collapse. You think
I know. If you really look, you can see me just go, oh, God, did I just do that?
I'm so glad you didn't drop character though. That's so.
Yes, perfect.
So how was this scene filmed, you guys? Tell everybody. This is, of course, CGI because it's the creeper, the road, everything. But how about all this stuff? We were on this road at night, right?
Right, and the camera's following us, and I hear you yelling direction he's getting closer, he's getting
Yes.
closer.
It was like listening to God.
Yeah. And there's a couple things, also there's this side-mounted truck, and they have a camera on the side that actually films
And
all
that's
of our...
shooting you and Marie
Right.
driving.
And then Gary Kai's stuff is filmed, off from the back, right?
Oh, yes.
And Gary Kai was great in the scene because he's freaking out, and there's nothing coming after him.
I know.
And it's
I
4 in the morning.
I have never seen an actor get this scared for me. It was so real every time. Even on the green screen he went there. It was truly amazing. Truly amazing.
What did it for me is that, I'm not used to hearing myself yell, so when I hear myself screaming, and I'm like, is that me? That is scary. And as you start screaming, you just scream more and more and more. And look at that! He threw out of the truck! Did he just do that?
I
looks
love
so
looping
violent.
that scream.
That was a great one, too. That scream sold
It
it.
happens so quick, too. The door just opens and you're pushed out.
Damn.
You know what? That was the first time I saw your body go flying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never noticed that
Oh, it
before.
did?
Yeah, when the truck flips up, right after the creeper goes
Yeah,
through,
Gary
you can
Kai
see
goes
Gary Kai's
flying
body
out of the...
go flying out.
Oh.
Did they just use a dummy for that, or how did they?
That's a
stunt
CGI
him?
Gary Kai and a CGI creature, and the truck flip is the
That
actual
is
stunt.
an awesome shot right there. I love that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With the snow.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure the audience knew that Izzy did not die. I was not going to kill my gay character after all this trouble. He saves their lives. He wasn't going to be like, here I am sacrificing myself for everyone else so that you may live. I will just die now. So I wanted him to crawl out and say, you know what? It was the best idea. You know, I saved these guys, and I'm still, you know, I might be crippled for the rest of my life, but I'm not dead.
He's in the institution with Bucky right now.
Exactly. You know, Gary Kai just amazed me because he continued to top himself with the fear and then, like,
Totally,
you know,
no.
always on top of it.
Well, I thank you.
That's a magnificent, you know, it's so hard. I don't have to tell any of you guys this, but I'm talking more to the people listening to the track. When you do a film that is this intense, the continuity and focus and the amount of focus you guys have to do to pull off all this pain and agony and fear, these are all emotions that are extremes. And, you know, I bet you guys were exhausted at the end of every day.
Oh, yes.
Not too exhausted to go sit by the pool and
And
drink
do
at
some
like
things.
6 a.m. though.
I was just thinking,
Well, you have to wind down. You're so wound up after, you know.
especially
In the
with all
hot
the
tub.
with all the partying that we did, I think it was definitely extra tough to focus on it.
It's a good thing the director didn't know about all
Yeah.
this partying.
Hey,
He
it
probably
turned
would have
out
been.
great,
There probably would have been a little.
The best party was definitely, though, having to fill the hot tub up with hot water because it was cold,
Yes,
remember?
ma'am.
From
Yep.
inside the...
Put buckets of water
Putting
through the
buckets
window.
of waters, yeah.
That's really Breck braving his. That's really Breck jumping up in front of that exploding truck. These actors, everybody just gave so much in this. You know, okay, now we're going to explode a truck behind you in big fire, and you're going to be in all this flammable latex. So just you know, pretend like it's nothing.
It's a great moment, too.
Another time, yeah, another great note by hitting. Gary Kai's really playing all the big notes here so beautifully.
Actually, you're actually really talking me through it all the time. You're telling me you can't believe that he's still alive, and now you're all alone, and your career is over. You're like, okay. I was like, God damn, it is a bad day.
That's exactly how you have to do it, though, Victor. is You use really good adjectives about what you're seeing, and you change them up. So it's easier to change our emotions and to, you know, those small little tiny pieces.
Yeah, we always got a lot of, valuable support and stuff from watching, like, the playback of what we would be looking at, so that when we're looking at nothing, we can remember seeing the creeper or having Jonathan in the full makeup
Gotcha.
to see it. It just helps everything. Like, eventually you don't have to supply your own imagination and stuff. You can just react to the real world.
I think we very politely avoided the creeper's nose.
Yeah, the Pinos.
And I think we should, because I'm sure Panicus and Breck will talk about that on their track. But
Yeah.
we'll just let them talk about the P-nose, and people can just wonder what the P stands for.
What about all that makeup, Gary Kai? You're in that makeup for like a week. All that blood and stuff stuck to your
That's right.
face. and-
Well, it felt good because I'm not used to washing anyway. No, but yeah, but like the jacket, like everything, it just adds to the realness of the whole performance.
Now here is a stunt creeper with his arm and leg have been removed through CGI, and the wires helping him leapfrog have also been removed. So sometimes the most complicated CGI shots are basically painting things out of the frame. These are big African drums Bennett decided to use for the creeper leapfrogging sequence, we called it.
It's funny because the stunt creeper kept like actually really falling on his head when he did, like, you know.
I know. Yeah, he tried to keep his good arm tucked in so he would land like he would really land, and you could hear him go. That was Darren Prescott's stunt creeper, who he had just come off stunting Agent Smith for the 2 Matrix movies, and then he became the creeper. So he spent the last 3 years on a wire, just about.
Wow.
Gary Kai, what was it like having this thing on top of you?
It was horrible. Like, seriously, I cannot. He was overpowering me. Like, when he goes back up, that's him going back up. It's not me pushing him. I felt like such a little boy. And I do push-ups and stuff, so I was like, come on. But no, not there.
Breck was this pretty big guy. He's like,
he
pretty
was real.
strong.
Right. So I'm actually choking him for real. Because I don't like what he's doing to me right there.
What are those noise? I love the noises when his face
Yeah.
opens up.
Yeah, Paul found some interesting
Oh,
noises.
they're all so gross. Like, you can just see the sliminess of it.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Now, watch very carefully Breck's hand here as the creeper. Watch him flip us off right here. Doink. I still don't know if he did it on purpose or not. We didn't notice it till the picture was locked.